So we are going to do the verse number 9. So the verse number 9 starts like this. Ishvaro Vikrami Dhanvi Medhavi Vikrama Kramaha Anuttamo Duradarshaha Kridagnya Kridiratmavan. Here we are going to see some more beautiful qualities of the divine, especially when we are going to say about the Vishnu Murti. So when we say Vishnu Murti, it's one of the universal personalities of the divine. And we are going to understand the divinity in a different form, because here it's more about the physical form we are going to talk. Not like those intrinsic qualities or a absolute nature of qualities which we were discussing in some of the previous verses. Here it will be more like a very relative characters what we are going to talk. Ishvara, that's the nama which we are seeing the verse under here. Ishvara. The Ishvara means one who rules. He is the ruler. When we say Ishvara, Ishvara means one who is a ruler, one who is a leader, one who has the capacity to rule. Without any saying, he has the capacity to rule everyone. So people will follow his direction. Like Prajapati, we can always say that this is one of the words which we also can say that he is the leader here. He has that administrative capacity. And this word is also associated with Shiva Nama. So Ishvara Nama is one of the Shiva's favorite Nama, Ishvara. Right? So it is always a very famous name associated with Shiva Nama. Now, how this name is much more perfectly suiting for the Lord here, we will see an example by which we understand how it is perfect. Say a ruler means he is not supposed to just show his commands or administrative power, but by mere presence of him, the people will just follow him. The leader, it's not by just putting his own words that the follower is going to follow him. That type of capacity is where the followers love him. Right? They will love to obey to his command. Without any saying, they want him as a leader. So who is the perfect example for that is none other than the greatest personality who I always say is the Rama, Lord Rama. Without even saying, remember this way, without even saying, see, a simple way, a simple human being following you as a leader itself is a very big issue. That's why leadership is a big concept which has been given in the organizational psychology as a big philosophy for us to read. You can know pages to pages, theory to theory. So many theories have been drafted and given to us. Why? It is simply how a leader can lead others and then bring them under their own command or a control, or that giving the directions. Correct? So just a human being, leading a human being is itself is so tough. Remember here, Lord Rama not only led the human beings, but there is titans, there were Vanaras, there were bears, and then there are also some demonic peoples who came and joined his group, including Vibhishana and others. You can understand how his leadership, he never went out to proclaim himself, I am the great leader, you follow me. These people they came by themselves, by knowing his own traits, by knowing his own quality. They want to come, they want to surrender. They say, you are my leader, I am going to take you as the Charanakati. So this is something what we are talking about, the power. This is something what we are talking about as a ruler. That's why certain leadership will only stand. Certain leadership, I won't say they are the leadership, they know how to manage. I'm not denying it, but they know how to manage. But only few peoples are born as leaders. The greatest leader to my admiration is only Lord Ram. And then Krishna. Krishna has a knowledge management and knowledge capacity, strategic leader. He's a different, unique leader. It's a different type of a dimension in him. So what I'm saying is these type of characters, when we talk about, it is not just only just staying in your legendary books or Puranas or what we classify as epics. That's what we are talking about. These are not just a mere story. These are the real influence what a person, what a human being can do. Because Rama, unless Krishna, because Krishna, I would always just keep him in a special category because Krishna showed miracles. Krishna performed miracles. So he has showed himself as he is divine. So divinity is definitely for him. So let me keep aside because he's a special category about these two avatars. But Rama, I will attribute everything under him because he showed himself truly as human being. Atmanam manusham manne. That's how Valmiki describes him. He has declared himself, I have come as a Manusha. I will do only as a Manusha what he has. So as a human being, I will live. Atmanam manusham manne. So he lived as a human being. He showed, he exhibited the qualities as a human being. The perfect human being quality in the world, if you want to define, it is only given by Rama. How you have to lead, how you have to live, how you have to give the respect to the parents, how you have to be respectable to your elders, how you have to lead the devotees, everything. So that's why people just followed, not only just the Vanaras came to him. Understand, once Ravana is asking Maricha, the Maricha is his own uncle, to whom he is asking, please go in disguise as a golden deer to cheat, to track and trap the Sita so that the Rama is taken away from the vision of Sita and Sita is left alone so that through Sita can be abducted. You know, Maricha, who is also a demon in his own personality, who has tasted the kicks and bashes from Rama, from Vishwamitra Yajna Samrakshana, is giving the same word. You don't know Ravana. It is something like you are touching a fire. You don't know about Rama. Rama Dharmahi Vigraha. Ramo Dharma Vigraha. So he is embodiment of Dharma. Beautiful word given by who? The demon. Given by who? Who is an opponent character. Given by who? Who is the opposite character. He is saying this word, Maricha, declaring this openly to the Ravana, saying that, Arey, Ravana, you don't know. I have tasted it. He is Vigrahan Dharma. He is like a fire. You don't know. You are going to touch him. Forget about it. I know what is my fate, but I will be happy to die in his hands. This is the statement what he gets. And then he jumps into this action. So now we have to think the ruler. Who is a ruler? Not mere because of my own position and command and the power I'm ruling. Rama ruled even the demons in their mind. Vibhishana, think about Vibhishana, who was born as a brother to Ravaneshwara. Why he has to come and surrender to Ram? All these things will definitely tell us this is the character what everyone has to decide. So how we have to lead others, how I have to be a person to show my capacity. So the leadership capacity is something as Ishvara, which is given here from this beautiful word, Ishvara. Vikrama. Vikrama. He is one who can break everything. There is no barriers for him. He is the one who can break all the barriers and come out. Because for him, there is nothing as a barrier. There is nothing as an obstacle. He has everything under him. That's why he is considered to be Vikrama. So anything comes as a barrier, he will break it. He knows how to break it, how to overcome it, how to get out of it. Think about so many barriers and so many obstacles are given in the Bharata, Mahabharata, which has been created by many forces. And with the presence of Krishna, everything has been crossed for Pandavas. Very simply because Krishna's presence they can able to cross all these obstacles, whatever it came to them, whatever was the obstacles, whatever the problem that they were facing. Every moment, Krishna was there to help. Krishna was there to help, judge, give them the advice, give them a suitable thing for them to work with. So that's why Krishna himself came as a messenger for them. He offered his own service to them. He was a messenger, he was a charioteer who was driving it without he told that I'm not going to take the instrument and I'm going to wage a war, but yet I will be there in the war. So his advice was highly efficient for Arjuna and everything. Before even that, before performing the war, Arjuna was even equipped with Bhagavad Gita by giving him the highest darshana of highest Sankhya philosophy for him to understand what is the reality of the life. So who can do that? It's only through the Vishnumurti who has taken us, given that greatness, how to come out of the obstacles. Obstacles are what? Obstacles are sometimes the barriers which we have created or the barriers which come across in all our actions. The obstacles will always occur. The nature do have certain things. So when you need to cross those obstacles, you should merely have that willpower and the confidence to cross this. And then there is a required knowledge for you for which we need to know. So that's why Krishna is basically the knowledge embodiment, whom with his power, with his own support, you can easily cross these obstacles. Okay, so that's why we say as a Vikrama. The next one is called Dhanvi. Medhavi, Ishvara Vikrama Dhanvi. Dhanvi means one who has the bow and arrow. The one who uses the bow. We know the bow used by the Vishnumurti is called Saranga. So that's why we were chanting Saranga Dhanva Gadadhari Yastram Saranga. So he was having that bow by name Saranga. Rama was having a bow by name Kodhanda. Kodhanda. Even Lord Shiva had a name, had a bow. Its name is called, the name of the bow is called Pinakam. That's why he is called Pinakapani. Rama is called Dandapani, Kodhandapani. All right. Even Arjuna was having a bow, right? It is called Kandiva. So you can see that those days they had a bow, and then the instrument what they were using was having a name. Now, what is the reference here about this? Why they want to talk about the bow? All of a sudden, why they want to talk about the bow when they talk about the power, when they are talking about the person who can break the obstacles? Why they want to refer nextly with the Dhanvi? Because out of all the weapons, all the instruments, it is very important for using the weapon, especially with the arrows. Those days, it is considered to be much more powerful because they have to have some special power of chanting it. Okay, they should have a special power of chanting certain mantras, and then they have to do the mantra prayoga to use those arrows from that. So that's why the two types of arrows or two types of weapons they will always use. One is called astra, another one is called shastram. Shastram is the weapon what they have in their hand merely to protect them, like gada or something like that. Sword, gada, it's called shastram. You know, you have seen that with the gadas or with the sword, they won't do any mantras and then they won't throw it. It will be just released from the hand of the person and it will go and hit the target without any of a mantric vibration or anything. Mostly, this is what I understand. But Astram is something where you can see it mostly goes with the arrow. So the arrow will be charged with the power, with the mantra, and then that mantra, then that arrow will try to be, or it will convert itself into, with the mantric power, it will become that, and then whatever you are presenting, it will go. Say, for example, you're talking about Naga Astram. Naga Astram. So what happens? The moment you use the Nagastra Prayoga, the arrow will itself change into Naga. That means snake. And it will go and basically it will bite the opponent team or anything. So it will hit and then it will kill him. Or if you're talking about Brahmastra, right? So are you talking about Agni Astram? So whatever Astra you are Prayogam, so it has a mantra chanting and then you have to release it and then it goes. So basically what happens, Astra Prayogam is considered to be more sacred because you have to do the japas, and these astras are not given directly to you unless otherwise you are very much qualified disciple for the person, especially those who are very much qualified. Those days is Kripacharya or Dronacharya during the Bharatam, and also from Ramayana it is only Rama, and then the Lakshmana and those people, Indrajit are those people. So they have done a lot of penance or led a lot of meditation, and then they have served with the Guru, and the Guru out of their own kindness and seeing and loving their own duties and service, what they have done, they have given this astras. And how did Rama and Lakshmana got all the knowledge of astras? Through Vishwamitra. Through Vishwamitra. Remember, Bharata never waged any war. Throughout Ramayana, Shatrugna has waged war. Shatrugna has waged a war for which Rama himself has presented some astras to him. But Bharata never waged any war. Throughout the Ramayana, you never see that there is no war waged by Rama. That doesn't mean waged by Bharata. That doesn't mean Bharata is not competent enough. He is. He was trained to go and handle. But he never waged any war. So he was not being given with any Astra-Sastras. But Rama and Lakshmana was given with Astra-Sastras by whom? By Vishwamitra directly. Because Vishwamitra was a king. And then he became the sage. So he gave him all the mantra powers. So the Astra-Sastras are being given to them. So he trained them with all those things. So he got it. So why I am saying is, being a big warrior, especially with the bow and arrow, those days considered to be very important. Because there is one of the Veda, like we say about Ayurveda, there is one Veda called Dhanurveda. Dhanurveda, which only talks about how to use this Astra-Sastras and what are the strategic way that you can go and plan, and how you can plan a strategic operations like Padma Vyuham, Chakra Vyuham, all those Vyugas, Trishula Vyugas, and every Vyugas you can do. And in that Vyugas, what type of astras you can use, how you can break, how you can enter, how you can dispose the army, all those things were being discussed in detail. So Dhanurveda has to be learned when a person who has to be a Dhanvi. And you can understand now how these people have been specialized, whom we were referring as Arjuna. I'm talking about even Arjuna. Bhishma. Bhishma was considered to be a very good Astra-Sastra Prayoga person. Great. Right? And Nakula Sakhadeva were considered to be the great in doing it. So you can understand how these people were trained in it, how they have made themselves, much more specialized with these knowledge. Arjuna, especially Arjuna. So he is considered to be the Vijaya. So we can understand. So why we are saying is, it is with coming with the particularly with the mantra prava. That means your concentration and your surrender, your the way of service, what you are doing, gains you more prominence to the Guru, and Guru gives you more powerful weapons to handle. It is basically like missiles what you are going to operate. Remember, you are a person, by one small switch, you can operate a missile. If government is having such a trust with you, then you are the right person to handle it, right? That means what? They know when you want to operate it. That means you have that greatest power. The same way the Dhanvi means these are the people who know how to operate these things. And whenever it needed, they can go and do it. So that's why it's called as a Dhanvi. So it's the greatest point, right? So when we talk about Ishvara, Vikrama, Dhanvi. Next one is called Medhavi. What is Medhavi? Medhavi means that who has a very good application of knowledge on time base. It's a very important concept. You should know, see, there's no point of just reading and keeping it, not just mere reading theoretically, and you don't know how to work on it. There are people who are theoretically very good, practically zero. Theoretically knowledgeable. When it comes to practical, they are zero. They don't have any experience in applying those knowledge. So they are not considered to be Medhavi. Who is the best Medhavi? The person who knows how to apply it on the real life. Whatever he has conquered, whatever he has acquired through the knowledge from wherever source he has got, but he knows how to apply it. Moving forward, he knows how to apply, experience it, how to get it more successful. So the knowledge application on the time basis is very, very important. Remember, this is a very important quality of a leadership today. We are talking about timely knowledge or knowledge on time, right time. That is what we call it as a Medhavi. Very simple example. So there was a fight between, the Bhishma was still the captain of opposite side opponent. And Arjuna on the other side, they both are waging war. Arjuna was not the captain here. Drashtattuimanan was considered to be the captain here on this side. But they're all consulting his brother, elder brother, Dharma, Yudhishthira was there. So the war has been fought between these two. And then, remember Arjuna and as equal to Bhishma. And then they both are flying these arrows and missiles and hitting everywhere. And nothing is happening. They can't even move forward in an inch because Bhishma is standing as a fort in front of them, and then they can't even move an inch. Because as long as you just move forward and defeating them and go on and clear those things, then only you are free, right? So because this is the way that the war has been declared anyhow, there's no other go. So Bhishma is a very strong person. They cannot do anything. So now they are very much afraid what we can do, because Bhishma is supposed to be their great grandfather, and also he is standing opposite and Pitamaha. So Arjuna himself had a soft corner, which was at least in the Gita, what was nicely put. And then, the cajoling, some of these things have been done by Krishna, and he gave him the idea, don't worry. So you're not going to kill their body. You're not killing the Atma. It is only killing of their body. Physical body is going to die. All those things he gave. Now Arjuna is questioning, puzzling, because how I'm going to defeat this person? Because he is very strong. Now you see, this is the strategy what Krishna paid. It's a beautiful thing from Mahabharata. We have to learn about strategic management. If you want to learn today in the real modern application of the management, you have to read only Mahabharata, understand the Krishna's play and strategy. Throughout the Mahabharata, you can enjoy the way that he has done it. And you can apply this in any context, whatever you have. You can recreate a situation in a contextual situation. And then you can, like a Bhishma, you can understand some other concepts and some other problems of failure, which are old, standing in front of you. You don't know how to break it, how you have to go. You have to find out some other solution, the weakness of that problem, and then you have to hit it. This is the beautiful idea what he has given. See, if you decode Mahabharata and understand the Mahabharata in a different aspect, you will enjoy each bit and pieces of that, the greatest epic. And you won't even leave the Mahabharata book on the other side. So the beautifulness. So Bhishma has to be defeated, or Bhishma has to be put, or Bhishma has to be sidetracked, and then they have to proceed. How they can go? So now the discussion was going on the Pandavas camp regarding what is the strategy we can do. Now the Krishna advises, there is only one point what we can do. Okay. He calls Draupadi, come with me. Let us go to the Gaurava's camp, because we know until some time Bhishma is not going to sleep. We will go there, and then we are going to do something there. So Draupadi is a blind follower of Krishna. She believes whatever Krishna says is correct. She was not a questioning type of a person. Okay, so this is very, very important for you. One of the best character is believe in divine. Believe in divine. This is what the Draupadi did. So Draupadi just, she believed and then she told, okay, I will come with you. She was walking with the slipper. See, the divine can do these things. Something which we have to learn and listen, and then you will start crying also some of the places. Now, when he is walking, when she is walking, the slipper is making because these are like wooden sandals which they were walking, and it is making noise. It's possible, right? So in the Duryodhana's camp, someone could look at her and someone can drive her out. Why a lady is coming to the other camp, right? So she was little bit embarrassed, and then she was telling Krishna what I can do. Krishna told, don't worry. Leave the sandal there. And Draupadi was telling, okay, whatever you say, I follow. So she left the sandal, and Krishna gave her some instruction, go inside the camp, the small tent where Bhishma is inside, you just get in. Now, what happened, Krishna, what he did, he helped her, she went in. And he told, I'm not going to come in. So you are going to go, get into it. And then he has instructed something and asked Draupadi to do. So Bhishma was not facing entirely the entrance of the tent. So he is half-faced. So he can, by a sign, he can know that there is a lady or someone who is getting into the tent. And straight away she came, Draupadi went, and then she bowed down and touched the feet of the Bhishma. So by the walk and by the sense, by the hair and everything, he didn't know that it is Draupadi, but he said, Dirgha Sumangali Bhava. Now when she lifted herself up, and then when she saw the Bhishma was seeing her Draupadi, and he was so shocked, surprised, and he was saying, oh, Dirgha Sumangali. He doesn't want to get the blessing back. He said, Dirgha Sumangali Bhava. Now she asked him, if you say I have to be Dirgha Sumangali, you are the person opponent to my own husbands who are fighting with you, especially with Arjuna and everyone, how you can be defeated? Because if you are there, they cannot win. And it is possible that you can kill them. So how my husbands are going to be safe? Now Bhishma reveals the openness to them. To Draupadi says, if there is a female in front of me, I won't fight. And he gives the Ashravada and he says, the Pandavas will live long, don't worry. And he gives the blessing. Then Draupadi gets the blessing and she comes out, and she was searching for the sandal where she left. And Krishna, from his own Angavastra, where he had the sandal, covered with his own Angavastra, took out the sandal for her, and then he gave her to that. See the divine, how the divine can go and help even the devotees. He's carrying the sandal of Draupadi in his hand, in his own Angavastra. Because he says, because the sound can make a difference, there someone can hear those noise. That's why I took it out and I wrapped. Because if someone sees a woman's sandal, there could be possibility, there could be some confusion. That's why I was wrapping it in my own Angavastra, and he is carrying it in his own hand. Remember, it is Draupadi's sandal which Krishna is carrying in his hand. And he gave, and the next day what they did, strategically they played. So Sikhandi he was placed in front. And then by seeing the features, so Bhishma thought it's a lady. So he dropped the bow and arrow. Then Krishna says, now you put the arrow against him. So then he was put in the stoke in the arrow bed. Now the question is, Krishna's strategic understanding. How he knows? He got the information that Bhishma there will be a person who is going to be against, who is that? If there is a lady, he is going to not wage war. How there is a curse for him, so which Krishna has that message. Krishna related it correctly, applied it timely, strategically planned, and asked his own devotee to work out based on the instruction, everything work has been done. So this is what we say Medhavi. So you should have, it's not just having a knowledge, you should know how to apply the knowledge on timely basis. The result should be successful. The result should be successful. And if you get that success, you are the person who have that right strategic thinking where you can work out. So this is why we say he is considered to be Medhavi. A beautiful understanding from this word. Vikramaha. Vikramaha. This word Vikramaha, Vikramamurti, always refers to Vamana Murti, Vamana Avatara. We have already seen the story of Vamana, where the Vamana has taken the form of Vishvarupam, basically one entire leg, one entire foot is covering the entire Akasha. The other foot is covering the entire land, the universe, all the lokas down, all the lokas up. So 7 and 7 both are being totally covered by his own Murti Swarupa. And then he asks for the third step where to keep, and then he says, you can keep it on my head, and then he pushes him down. He goes to the Patal. That's the legend what we. So what is the understand? The divinity is ever, it is omnipresent everywhere. The divinity is everywhere. Embodiment is everywhere. You can see the divine filled in this universe in every portion, every bits and pieces, every atom to even the nano atom. You can split the atoms, go into those even quantum levels also. You can see that the presence of the divinity is there and the divine plan is there, divine master play is there. Now, if the divine is totally covering the entire universe, what you need to do, as simple as that, I surrender myself. That is what the principle, what has been demonstrated in Vamana Murti Avatara. I surrender myself as Mahabali did. He just surrender to him and to his feet. So that is what the Vikramaha means about. So why it is very important? What is the connection of Vikrama to this, particularly about the divinity, what we are talking about? It's all about talking about not only about the power, it is also one of the things which we need to understand. He is occupying the entire universe. All right. So universal philosophy, universal thinking, universal existence, everything you can just witness his presence everywhere. So that is what we say as Vikramaha. Next one is called Kramaha. Kramaha means everything in order, everything in a proper way. He puts everything in a proper way. There is a way that it has to be worked out. There is a way it has to be performed. There is a way it has to be executed. So he knows how to work on it. So that's why we say not only just a planner, who is the best leader? One who knows how to execute it. See, most of the time what happens, the problem with the leaders, when say for example managers also, he wants to train the sales manager, especially in the sales field, we can see this. He will be a sales manager, territorial manager or something. He is in the showroom. He is training someone. Some customer comes in. Immediately what he will do is, he will push that sales trainee and he will jump and he will start talking to the customer and he will take up the customer. Now the question is, when does this trainee going to get that or gain that knowledge? What is the portion? Training means you have to train the trainees who are under you. You may be a trainer, he's a trainee, he needs to learn. So he needs to face the customers, he needs to talk to them, he needs to address them, he needs to know how to handle them. So now all of a sudden this guy jumps in because he's struggling for one point, this guy wants to jump in and then he gets into that and the sales pitch and everything is done. Okay, because you are the senior, so they can believe and then they are buying it. This poor fellow as a trainee is not going to learn any technique. Because when you are on the training position, start allowing the others. Why? Because we need to know how to execute also. It's not that every time I need to do it. I also need to know how to execute, how to get the work done from the others. Who can do what work? Who is best in doing certain works? I should know how to execute it. That's what Krishna was doing in the entire Mahabharata. And also they know the best leadership will always know who has this best capacity in doing what. Rama, in his own capacity, could have searched where in the information, because he at least got the information from the Jatayu that Ravana has abducted his wife and he was flying towards Lanka. So he has the idea. He knows, but he wants the confirmation to make sure that she is there. So he was in that way that he was working on it. So if in case, if it is not that, there could be some delay, but Rama could have definitely executed this by one man, as a one-man show, he could have done it. With Lakshmana, they could have done it. They could have talked with the Samudra Raja, and Samudra Raja could have given them certain ways, and he could have individually, he can go and he could have waged war with the Ravaneshwara, and then he could have killed, and then he could have done it. But he didn't do that. He know how to execute it. He got a very good friendship with Sugriva, and Sugriva was entitled, he was given the position as an executor, and he gave him the point. And when there was all the the batches and battalions of the Vanara groups from different directions are assembling in one place in the mountain hill, the top of the mountain hill, and then everyone is waiting for Rama. Sugriva is looking at Rama and was waiting for his command. Rama told, here is your friend Sugriva, who is going to be the leader of this Vanara Sena. He will give you the direction what you need to do. Execution. Topmost execution. A leader should know who can do what. Next work, want to be assigned. Who is the best person? Anjaneya. Jump the ocean. Do it. Execution. Messenger. Angada, you go. You go formally, be a messenger, talk to him, come back. Execution. It's an execution. This is the reality of knowing who can do what. Knowing who can do what. Who can wage correct war? Who can do what? This is very, very important strategy to understand. That is what Vishnu Murti has done. So he knows how to order. He knows how to bring the order in the nature. He knows how to execute the things in a proper way. So that's why he is called Kramaha, Kramamurti. Anuttamaha. There is no one who can be substituted for that. We can say none to substitute, nor there is a secondary person to second him. None to substitute him, nor to second him. If you say he is the person, he is ultimate. That's it. No matter what it is. And you cannot substitute anyone for that place. That's why he is on par excellence. There's no other secondary person who can be. Because if you are in his position, you will always be like him. There's also one of the hearsay story what they say. Ravaneshwara wants to make love with Sita because he has abducted her. He wants to show her love because this guy is mad, crazy guy who has very great, Menaka, Tilottama, all those Apsaras, all people are standing near to him, and then they are like a servant to him, servant maid to him, serving him and all those things. But still he is behind the Sita. All his power and everything, he was so madly in love with her. He says, marry me. Marry me. In Kambaravana, beautifully says, Sita says one word. Because I am the woman with all chastity. En sollinal unnai chuduvel. Just one word is enough for me. If I say you will be burnt into ashes. But it says, என் தூயவனுக்கு தூயவன் வில்லுக்கு மாசு. It will be a fault. It will be like a default to my Rama's bow and arrow. Because it should have some function, right? Because he has the Astra Shastra's knowledge and all. He has to come and slay you. Otherwise, there will be some default on his name. So I don't want to do it. I am keeping you alive because he will come and wage war and kill you. So that is her chastity. Now, in this midst, something happened. So he got an advice from someone saying that maybe because you are Ravana, that's why she doesn't like you. You just disguise yourself as Rama and go and see Sita. So maybe by seeing you as a Rama, she can fell love, and then you can enjoy her companionship and everything. This poor fellow, Ravaneshwara, was also thinking that is right. And he took in a disguise, he was making himself as Rama. The moment he became Rama, and then he came back. And this he's discussing with his minister and he's saying, whatever I do, the Sita is not even liking me. Then that minister says, why don't you go as a Rama? He's also suggesting the same thing. And he says, if your poor mind is thinking about it, am I not capable of doing that? He says, yes, Ravaneshwara, you are very capable and you have all the intelligence in doing it. Yes, I did it. Then he says, what is the problem? Then she should be jumping out and then she'll be hugging you, kissing you, and all those things should have been done, right? Why you worry? Because she loves Rama. No, he says, the problem happened not with the Sita. The problem happened within me. What happened? The moment I put the Rama's top, the moment I put the Rama's Rupa, what happened? The moment I see Sita, it seems to be like she is next to another one person's wife. I should not have any love or affection with. The moment I see her, I'm not getting that interest itself. So I thought this is dangerous, which is going to be the problem. So that's what does it mean? There is no one to compare. Rama is one Rama who cannot be compared with anything. So that's why no one can substitute him, none to substitute. Nor there is a person to second him. Because Rama is incomparable, on par excellence. And he is always in that place. So that's what he says, Anu Uttamaha, Duradarshaha. One who cannot be conquered by any negative force. One who cannot be conquered by negative forces. How many forces came? Khara Dushanas, with 14,000 battalions of demons want to come and kill Rama. Rama once single-handed instructed Lakshmana, take the Sita and you be there in a place where is a cave. Once I finish all these guys, it will take only a few minutes, don't worry, I will clear all these guys. Then you can come in. And he did it. 14,000 demons were killed by him, single-handed by Rama. So no negative forces will invade you. That's why anytime if you have any negative thinkings and all, chant Rama, 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 Nama will create the positive vibration in your mind. You don't need to worry because Rama will take care of it. So that's why we say Duradarsha. Krutagama, one who never forgets the greatness, the help, the one which whoever has done the greatness to them, are showed even a small love, affection towards him, they are very much happy about it. Simple way to understand Rama and the Guha, the friendship between the Guha and Rama, right? See, Guha is supposed to be a boatman whose work is just to cross the Ganga from this side to that side, and that's what he has to do. And he comes to know that Rama has come to the kingdom, his own river bank. See, just hearing, right? This fellow is from a fisherman community. He has no connection to Rama. So this fellow just hearing that he has come. So he takes his own peoples and then, he takes honey, he takes the lavish food and everything with him. And he says, oh, my Rama has come. My Rama has come. I have to go and greet him. And he's in my kingdom. He goes and greets him. He just falls on his feet as Sastanga Namaskara. And he is saying that, Rama, please bless me and all those things. All the other Rishimunis who are there, they're looking at Rama and then they're looking at him. Because he has come with all lavish food and everything. He wants to treat him like, he wants to treat him like anything. Rama gently told, because I am with the promise, I have to live as a sadhu. I have to live this life. So I have to only settle with the fruits and, the roots, whatever is available in the forest. I cannot live lavishly. No. So don't worry, don't take it mistake. He was very pleasantly doing it. And the way that the friendship, what he has shown, the way that the friend, just giving those foods, nothing else, right? So today in this modern world, you can say you treat your manager with a good dinner. The next moment he will forget and get out. But Rama was so much compassionate. He told, hugging the guha, he told, Are, from today, remember, I have 4 brothers. With me, there are 3 brothers, right? So, myself, Bharata, Lakshmana, Shatrukana. Now, in this order, you are our 5th brother. Unninnodu Aivarano. See the place where he has given him. So, he has made Guha as one of their brothers. He has given the place where he is a brother to. So this is the compassion. What we are saying, Kritagnya. So he has that compassion. So that means what? A person who has that compassion, who doesn't forget what others have done to him. In the positive way, not the negative way. Okay, so in a positive way. So that's why we say, Ennandri Gondrarkum Muivundam Muivillai, Seinandri Gondra Maharak. Valluvar. In Thiruvallur says. You can forget any help, but remember, one who have done you timely help, you are not supposed to. Okay, Kritagnya. Kritiratmavan. So this word is split into 2. What is called Kritihi, Atmavan. So what is Kriti? Kriti means here one who has done very good, when one who puts a very good efforts. Everything goes under his own effort only. Whatever the effort you put, it is only by the divine will and the divine order and the divine plan you have to work out. Everything is planned by the divine. Everything is planned according to their master plan. So what is our work is to just fit into the plan, surrender ourselves to that plan and work out our plan. So this is very important for us. So that is basically what we say as Kritihi. So even the God loves those people who have that Kritagnya. And then the last one is called Atmavan. Who is called Atmavan? Then one who is always in his own self. The one who has realized his own self is called as self-realized person. One is called as Atmavan. So Valmiki in Valmiki Ramayana, this was one of the questions Valmiki poses to Narada. Atmavan ko. Who is Atmavan? And especially he says, Kon Asmin Sampratam Loke Kashyaviryavan. So he asked this question to Narada. In this contemporary world now, who is Atmavan? In this contemporary world, who is Atmavan? Who is a self-realized personality? For which Narada says, Ichwahu Prabhavasya Ravanam Jayishritaha Niyadatma. Beautiful word. First word itself he declares he is the person who is established in his own being. He is the person who is established in his own Atma. That's why he is called Atma Rama. So, by the word of the Narada, Valmiki understands his direction is correct. His direction is correct. So, Niyatatma, he who is resting in his own understanding, in his own Atma, in his own divinity. So, that's why he is called Atmavan. So, that's why everywhere, even Swami also says he only loves everyone to be Atmavan, not the Balavan, Dhanavan, Buddhivan. That is okay for the relative life. But to get the reality, to get into the more real life and the more, to proceed further, and you have to conquer everything, it is very important you have to be Atmavan. Why? Because the very easy way, if you are established in that self-realized level, if you are established in your self-realized level, all the other personality, that's what I understand. All other personalities, whatever you talk, the best communication, the best way you love others, the kindness, compassion, servicing attitude, humility, humbleness, whatever you name the characters, whatever you name the personality traits, whatever you talk about the great planning, strategy, knowledge, command, everything will flow to you very naturally because you are established in the nature. You are as you are. You are in your dharma. Dharma means in your nature. You are in your order. Dharma means don't think about rules and regulation. Dharma means you are at your own nature. That's your dharmic quality. When you are established in your own nature, what happens? You will show your characters very naturally. This will come very naturally for you. And when it comes naturally to you, you will also perform your work naturally. There is no duplication. There is no hypocrisy. There is nothing else. You are imitating someone. You are on your own level. You are on your originality. You will be doing it. That originality alone thrives. That is called truth. So everything, whatever you fit with the colors and columns and values and principles, everything will come to you naturally unless otherwise you are not established yourself in your own true being, or which is called true self. So that's why being an Atmavan is a very, very important character and a quality. But even Bhagavan Sri Satya Sai Baba has always put this word, be understanding the Atma or be at your Atma. If you don't understand what is Atma, I don't know what is Atma, I don't have any idea of Atma, no, never mind. Because there is a question which is always in my mind saying that you may always, everyone can think about it, whoever is listening or whoever thinking about it. There could be always a question about this. What is this Atma? I don't know whether it is there or not. I don't know. Simply remember, Atma is equal to divine for you, simple. Do you believe there is a divine? Yes. Do you believe that divine has an order? Yes. Surrender to that order. Surrender to that order. Blindly surrender to that order. So let the order leads you. That's it. You don't worry about searching for inside, outside, here, this side, that side, left side, right side, top, bottom, center, no directions, nothing. Don't worry. Divine is there? Yes. You believe divine is there? Yes. Divine rules you? Yes. Divine has a master plan? Yes. How do I go with the divine? Be at your own nature. Divine will lead you. You cannot pretend in front of a divine because divine knows you, who has created you. See, you cannot act in front of your mother because mother knows you, who you are. You cannot pretend in front of your mother. Mother can enjoy you at being an artist. But after a certain time, you have to be the realistic person in front of your mother, right? So mother knows what is your nature. Same way, mother divine also knows what you are. So mother divine, the nature also knows what you are. So you cannot pretend in front of the nature. So you be yourself. So the divinity will flow within you. This is basically what we talk about Atmavan. So what you need to know, surrender to the nature. When I surrender, I become Atman. So this is the simplest way of understanding. This is not my words. This is from so many quotes from Swami Paramatmananda, and many people have quoted it. I'm just citing it from great commentaries from Bhagavad Gita. They have given this because people get confused with this Atma as the biggest thing. We don't get this dimension where it is and all. We still believe there is a divine plan. We still believe there is a divinity. We still believe that divinity exists everywhere, including, it is also including in me. It is pervading in me. So I understand that. So let me just connect with the divine. That's it. So let the divine give me the instruction. I just follow the. I don't want to be the real driver. I will just follow the instruction of my driver instructor who is going to give me. I love a charioteer with whom I can drive. So I want Krishna as my charioteer also. So that is the only prayer what we are trying to put in the Bhagavad Gita. So this is basically even in your Vishnu Sahasranamam we are doing it. So Atman. So these are beautiful qualities which we have seen today about this verse. especially we have understood the beautiful qualities of the Vishnumurti, which is very much contemporary traits and personalities and characters, what you can apply even in the modern contemporary life for a leader. Not only for a leader, to be yourself, to be a good human, to understand the divine, to proceed towards your own nature attitude. I would recommend these are all the real qualities what we need to further enhance ourselves so that we can always go and merge ourselves with the divine order. Okay. So with that, I stop here. Harihi Om Kayena Vacha Manasendriyarva Buddhyatmana Bhat Prakrite Swabhavat Karomi Yat Sakalam Parasmai Narayana Yedi Samarpayami Yadakshara Padaprashtam Matra Hinam Tu Yat Bhavet Tapsharvam Shamyanadheva Narayana Namostude Vishargavindu Matrani Padabadaksharani Cha Nyunani Chatirikhtani Chamyasham Purushottama Anyadacharanam Nasti Tvameva Charanam Mama Tasmat Karunya Bhavena Raksha Raksha Janardana Harihi Om Tatsat Iti Sri Ramakrishnaarpanamastu Swasti Prajabhya Paripalayantam Nyayena Margena Mahim Mahisham Ko Brahmanebhya Subhamastu Nityam Samasta Lokaha Sukhino Bhavantu Samasta Lokaha Sukhino Bhavantu Samasta Lokaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Hari Om.